All right, we're live right now. We're going back to the Wilkins windows, and I've been trying to set up my regular setup, and it's been such a long time that I'm having trouble dealing with it, even emotionally. Okay, anyway, we're going to talk about lead safety. Okay, when I do lead, I used to just do it barehanded, right? And lead is a heavy metal, and so it can make your hands black. Now, the safety issue with lead is that you shouldn't ingest it, right? Don't, what the old guys used to do in the old days when they didn't really notice that lead was a bad thing, they would go ahead and eat their lunch, their hands all filthy, nasty, covered in lead. And that's how a lot of stained glass people got lead poisoning back in the 20s and 30s and whatever. But, you know, we know better now. And what I like to do when I do lead, when I'm doing it, is to go ahead and have gloves on. Now, the gloves I like are called thicksters, right? And that's what they look like, and they're very thick. I got them when I was having trouble washing dishes at my own house, because I used to wash dishes by hand, and my hands would break out. And the cool thing about the thicksters is that you can grip something slippery like glass while it's wet. And they're very thick, and you can use them several times. So I really do enjoy these. All right, so what we're going to do is pull some lead. Now, for this one is a rounded H that we got and can get on a spool. A lot of times you have to get lead in a box, but we'll talk about that later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull several strands of this, right? So you cut it into lengths. I'm going to do it outside of the window, right? Or at least I'm going to do one length. Here we go. Now, don't do it like this. See how it's all twisted? So I'm just going to have to go over it, you know, because the pulling it's not going to take all the crooked out of it. So we need to have the lead. I wouldn't do that. I'm just say that I would be more professional than this if I weren't talking at the same time. If that makes sense. So I'm trying to get it to straighten out and get rid of these curves. You see that curve? That's a bad thing. All right. So we're getting that together, right? And it's a fairly long piece. Let me see. I have my pliers elsewhere. I'm going to be right back. Actually, you're going to see me walk over and get my pliers. Okay, so what pulling the lead does, for one thing, it straightens it out, right? It makes it straight, which is easier to deal with. And I've got a lead puller over here. One of these days I'll let you see it. And so it's in that right now. And may have made this a little bit too long, but we'll just live through this. We'll live through this. All right. Now, used to be I had it attached to something that I didn't have to worry about tipping something else over, but not in this case. And so I'm going to try to keep this table from moving and knocking over my shelves. And so we've done a little bit of work. For one, I think I went ahead and was saying that for one, it strengthens it, right? By drawing it out, it makes it stiffer. And you can kind of see that it's not as malleable as it once was, right? And so, but it also straightens it out quite a bit. Now, let's see what we've got here. Okay. What I think kind of picking up where I left off, and not too happy about it. We're going to spend about an hour here, just because we're going to. All right, so all righty. Let's see where we're at. Okay, so that's what I kind of wanted to do, but not really. All right, so it's been such a long time between times that I've worked on this that I wanted to kind of look at this. Let me just do this and redo this. Okay. Now, the window's going to increase in size, right? And I kind of have a little bit of room over here. And so what I'm going to do to take this piece out, this one right here, and I'm going to grind some of this off. This is a grinder, right? It's a glass grinder. Kind of gives you an idea. And this right here grinds, right? I have a little pedal underneath. And it will take, come here. There we go. It will take just a little bit off. I want to make it smaller. All right. I want to take just a 16th off. If that makes sense. This is actually can be a little bit shorter. The top is not taking up all the room that I allowed for. So by doing this, right, and I'm going to trim this off to the side where you can't see me do it. All right. Now these are nippers. Okay, they're flat on one side, right there, and then curved on the other. And this allows me to make a flat cut. Let's see if I can get a flat cut instead of a bumpy one. That makes sense. All right, now that that's done, let's see if I can put the glass back where it was a little bit. All right. Okay. All righty. Okay. Now we're going to shove this. This is what that looks like. Okay. So we put that little curved in. All right. Now we're going to move everything over. Okay. And start firming it up again. And go over what I did this last week when I stopped and discussed for some reason. All righty. And I should be able to shake a lot of it in, but it doesn't look like I can. So we're just going to go ahead and undo it. There we go. That's a happier camper. Yeah, it really was what I intended to do, was to shake it open and redo it like this. Because it's the most idiot way to do it. And once again, we couldn't really get a clean pattern off of it, or even off of the other ones. And so what we're doing is putting it together piece by piece like this, which is the most heinous way possible. Makes no sense. But we can do each individual piece and figure out how this can fit together with this kind of lid. All right, there's that. Yep. And I think that might be where I had it before. But I'm pretty sure I had this down here. And if I need reference, I have this other side, which is the mirror image of it. Right? Let me try this. Yep. A week ago. Yeah, let's try that. It actually covers the piece that I need to cover. Well, that's irritating. Let's try this. There we go. It would be nice if it were clean and efficient, but there's nothing clean or efficient about this window at all. Jesus. Try that. One of the things about this glass in this window, right, is that it is, the glass is in really good shape. There have been windows that I've had to deal with that have, like, the glass just crumbles. It's so old, and it just disintegrates. This has retained its, you know, most of this is original glass. And the glass that we have replaced isn't because it was worn or powdery. Well, this is just not going in the way I want it to. But too thin. It couldn't have been used as a border anyway, right? So let's try this. Oh. There we go. There we go. So oh, come on now. Are we just not getting there? Not fitting together like it should. Okay, so when it moves, it'll pop out. And I'm not getting it into the groove that I need it to get into. Right? There we go. There we go. Ah, got you now, buddy. All righty. See if we can get it up there a little bit. Yeah. Hmm. Not fitting where I need it. Hmm. You're not going anywhere. Mhm. Alrighty. That's irritating. Yeah. Ah. And I know it's painful to watch. I find it painful. There we go. But it wasn't fitting together the way it's supposed to fit together anyway. Just to be honest. That's a good way. That's good. Okay. Jesus. So let's see if we've got it now. Make sure everybody's in a groove. All right, so mhm. Tell you what, try this. Aha. And the piece that I want to go right there. Yeah. I'm gonna, ah, so let's see. It was crooked right there. So I trimmed off a little bit. So we'll give room for this lead. If I can get it back in there. It's not. Yeah, went way up there. Oh, there. I'm going to do this without trimming any more off, but I need a little space right in here, right there. And voila. All right. Still not. There we go, maybe. Okay. What I may do, I'm going to trim some of this off. I don't think we're having a good time focusing. I'll get it trimmed out. Let me see. Okay, so we have a lot of extra use, all right? Okay. So there we go. There we go. Okay. That's good. Okay. Now, let's see. There we go. That's a little better. Thought that would work better with the light, but that is not the case. Okay. Phew. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's try that. Yeah. Yep. That'll work. Let's get it up there a little bit more. There we go. All right. There we go. Nope. Well, there we go. There we go. Whoosh. All right, so let's see what we've got here. Hmm. I'm not going to be able to see that. Sharpies are your bestest friend in glass, in stained glass. There we go. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm tired of wrestling with this. I'm going to look at it and see if that's something I want to do. The lead is so thick. So thick. There we go. That's a better fit. Well, I'm at it. Okay. There we go. All right, it's a little bit better. All right. There we go. Ah, so we're kind of almost to the point of where we were before. Imagine that. There we go. Huh. Well, that's kind of a relief. Let's try this. Let's see, we've got this going on. All right. Cool. There's that. Okay. Well, that took an embarrassing long period of time. That's so much fun. All right. There. Yeah. There we go. There we go. That's what I was missing. Well, part of it. All righty. Mm. There we go. That helps. There we go. Oh, the hardest, stupidest way possible. All right, I think that's enough. Rhonda Green, green glass, the Wilkins windows. Thank you very much.